It's a gorgeous fall day here at the end of Erie Street, where Erie hits the river in a beautiful new park. There's a building we're going into that we came out front to show. We're coming into the bottom 2 floors of that bay. It's so beautifully situated because it's got this view of this park where kids play, where you can see the river. Tour boats will come by at some point. And Mario Greco, an agent from Prudential Rubloff, is going to take us in and show us this unit. Tell me a little bit about what we're going in to see.
We're going to go in to see a 2,700 square foot townhome in a high-rise condo building. So it's something that you don't normally see. Part of the reason that the seller bought it and customized it himself was, for what Dennis said, the view, the river, the park, which when he bought was just dirt, now has kind of come to fruition.
Yeah, and so he took 2 units and put them together, right? To
Correct.
get one big unit?
Correct.
Oh, great. Well, let's go in and look at it.
Okay.
So this is it, and we will get to that nice view of the park in a second, but first, why don't you tell me about this kitchen, because I'm kind of in love with it.
Well, it's, as with everything in the unit, it's a completely custom kitchen, built from scratch. These are bird's eye maple cabinets.
Wow, they're soft.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Not your standard issue maple that you see everywhere else.
No.
You have 1¼ inch exotic granite. You have a stainless steel backsplash and a fully integrated KitchenAid appliance package.
With a great hood. This is a nice glass hood. We've got the sheen of the tile and the glass, but then it also softens up with the bird's eye. This is terrific.
Yeah, and one of the nice things in a high-rise, you don't normally get a vented hood, but because we're on an exterior wall, we're actually able to vent the hood.
Oh, right, great. And the other thing we ought to point out, we've got a little view of the park from here and a small balcony, but then also there's this cutaway wall that shows us all the way out to the river where we see the big view.
Yeah, one of the things that the seller wanted to do when he built this basically from scratch was to give himself as many vantage points out to the view, which in Chicago is, this is a one-of-a-kind view. It's on the river, there's the park, and there's all sorts of other things that you don't normally get in a high-rise.
Yeah, you've really got to bask in this view. Let's come out and see it in the big room, because we'll really be able to see why being situated right here is so good. You've got the park over this side, and we should mention there's construction going on in the park now. I think it's a playground being built.
Correct.
So the park doesn't look as good as it has recently, but will look better. You've got the winding river walk, and then you've got, isn't it Ohio Street? It's the Ohio Street Bridge. So you've got view like crazy, not to mention, I guess, the birch trees.
Correct.
Pretty cool.
One of the other things that attracted the seller to this spot was the fact that you did have the cityscape, but then also had foliage and greenery that you don't normally get, especially in River North, but pretty much nowhere in the city do you have this combination. It
works well right in here. They've got the public park is essentially right outside our windows, but then down a few steps from the building is this more sort of private area that can be locked. I know they leave it open to the public, but they can also close it. And then the other thing we should talk about is we're not only going to see it from this floor, but from the second floor above. The balcony or the floor is cut away so that the second floor sort of projects out, can see the view, but also gives us this nice volume space.
Correct. And further to your point about the private area down there, this unit actually comes with this little sort of crescent-shaped terrace, which the seller has landscaped and had automatically sprinklered as well.
Oh, I didn't realize. I just assumed that was part of the building or part of the common area. So all this landscaping was really designed for the view here.
Correct.
Oh, great. So we're going to the master bedroom first, right? Tell me a little bit on the way in about these floors. They're really nice. They're richly striped.
The floors are a black walnut.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be black, but that's what black walnut's character is. It's a little bit like a mahogany, a little bit like a Brazilian cherry, without any of the yellow boards that you normally get in both of those types of wood.
And then you go into another nice floor. This great, I think this is limestone and these sort of iridescent tiles, these glass tiles. Now from here, we don't get a chance to see the park. But out here, once again, in the master bedroom, we've got the park off to the side and then the park out front, right? This is nice. They've done the same cutaway they did in the kitchen with these plantation shutters. You get the privacy, but you're just not going to miss that view. Great. And so then the master bedroom swings around this way, right? What do we come out to, sort of an office?
So this is more of like a family room, a den to watch TV in. All of the rooms have zoned sound and distributed audio and video. And then off to the side of this room is more of an office space, which again has the views that we've been talking about.
And this is that spot that was cut away from below. We see the second story space across from us. Boy, and you know, you can't use the word view too often when you're in this place.
Yeah, truly.
Wow. So we come around and you mentioned there's an office here. Nice to sit here and work with that view of the bridge. It's got that great old Chicago industrial feel.
Yep.
And then the third bedroom is here. Good built-ins. I think the others weren't built-in dressers, but this is nice. This is great.
Yeah, it's perfect for a guest. It's got a decent walk-in closet, but then other stuff for extra linens, extra bed sheets, that kind of thing.
Good. Good. Oh, and I hadn't noticed until this minute this art glass. Do we know anything about it?
No, there's no provenance to it. It's just a way to look at the view again, even from an interior room.
Oh, great. And then if we go out this way, I think we're right back where we started. Is that right?
Correct.
With a nice bath on the side with
Grass cloth.
grass cloth paper on the walls.